Hey man, shout out to Naoya, Inoue, and Raymond Cardenas for saving this boxing weekend. The fights on Friday and Saturday was a big disappointment. The most disappointing fights was Ryan Garcia looking like a shell of himself off the OPAC. Devin Haney basically turning into a track star and just doing everything in his power to not get hit because he's obviously still having flashbacks and PTSD of those Osterine left hooks that he caught from Ryan Garcia, you feel me? Queen Ryan Garcia. Canelo Alvarez got outboxed by William Skull, a Cuban boxer who nobody even heard of until this weekend. We didn't even know this guy was a professional boxer. We didn't even know this guy was a champion at 168 pounds. And William Skull outboxed Canelo. Was he running? Yeah, he was running. He was backing up the whole fight. But at the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez, at his age, with all this experience, him having 60-plus professional fights, Canelo should have been able to cut off the ring and knock this guy out, man. So there's no excuse, right? Canelo, you disappointed boxing fans this weekend as well. But Inoue and Raymond Cardenas, man, this was a hell of a fight, man. So Raymond Cardenas dropped Inoue in the second round with a left hook, right? And I thought that he was going to stop Inoue. After he dropped him in that second round, I thought he was going to put his foot on the gas and basically just get Inoue out of there. And that's not what happened. He did keep his foot on the gas, but it seems like after Inoue got dropped, Inoue just it's like he got stronger. It's like he turned Super Saiyan 3, bro. Inoue just started whooping this guy's ass. Like, Inoue backed him up for the rest of the fight and was just throwing combinations, going to the body, hitting him in the face, going to the body, and he eventually stopped this dude. And it got so bad before the knockout that Raymond Cardenas' corner threatened to stop the fight because he stopped throwing punches. Inoue was whooping his ass so bad because Inoue got bricks in his hands. Inoue, shout out to Japan, man. Inoue got some serious Japanese power in those hands, man, because he was whooping this guy's ass like Bruce Lee, bro. He was going crazy. He was on some Jet Li shit, just throwing combinations unanswered. No punches was being thrown back to Inoue. Inoue was just whooping this guy's ass, and he eventually stopped him. Inoue got the KO, and I love to see that, man. Very rarely do you see a boxer get dropped, and then after they get dropped, they almost get knocked out. They back down the fighter that just dropped them, and they just dominate the rest of the fight, and they get the KO. That's very rare, man. That in itself is a talent. It's a gift. This is what boxing needs, and this is what people pay to see when they pay for boxing, right? That's why so many people are upset with the fights that happened Friday and Saturday because, it's like these fighters just was in the ring to get paid. Devin Haney barely threw punches. Ryan Garcia got dropped and just barely threw punches after that. Canelo Alvarez barely threw any punches because he was just chasing the guy around the ring, not cutting the ring off. And Inoue and Raymond Cardenas saved boxing this weekend, man, because so many people were disappointed. But shout out to Inoue. This is my first time seeing Inoue fight. Fire Stick Boys be outside. But I see why this guy is the number one pound-for-pound boxer in the world because he's moved up so many weight classes and he continues to knock guys out. His power keeps coming with him to these different weight classes, man, to the point where I would like to see Naoya Inoue fight Gervonta Tank Davis at 130 pounds. Now, the problem with that is Inoue just said yesterday that he plans on stopping at 126 pounds, right? He doesn't plan on going any higher than 126. But come on, man. Anyway, let's get Inoue and Gervonta Tank Davis at a catch weight of 130 or maybe 128, 129, because this would be a huge fight, y'all. This would be a huge fight. A lot of people would pay for this. You got a Japanese superstar going in there with the American face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, who sold 700,000 pay-per-views at Ryan Garcia. This fight will go crazy, bro. This fight would do numbers. I think that this fight would get the same level of hype that Manny and Floyd did. And I would love to see it, man. I would pick Gervonta Davis to win by KO, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wouldn't be surprised if Inoue dropped Tank, man. You know, do I think he would beat Tank? Nope. But I didn't think Inoue would beat Steven Coolboy Fulton. So you never know, man. I would like to see it. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Wavy. Subscribe, thumbs up. I'm